and welcome to a very special interview with Sini Shetty, our Miss India, who will be representing our country at the Miss World contest, which is going to be taking place in India after 1996. Sini, thank you for speaking to us here at NDTV. You're not only representing India on the global front, but also playing host to the contestants from 120 countries, which is a huge honor, but also a huge responsibility.
I do agree it's a great responsibility and a great honor. I'm super excited for all of them to come here. You know, we call India, back then we used to call India as a land of snake charmers. There's a small tweak. I think we're still charmers and we have charmed everyone, and I hope that everyone coming here are charmed by the traditions, by our hospitality, and I'm sure that we put up India and we live up to the Indian hospitality standard.
Sini, do you feel over the years the Miss World Pageant has gained popularity or perhaps lost some of its popularity, something that might change with Miss India making a comeback after 1996, almost 3 decades?
Let me tell you something. I still remember my friend saying that, you know, Miss India is such a prestige for all of us. Miss World is such a prestige for all of us. I still remember my friend saying that as a, anecdote saying that, so Miss India hai kya? So I think there's no relevance that is lost yet, but there's a lot of inspirational factor that comes within, because a group of women representing and standing up for each other and advocating issues that they think are relevant. I feel that we live with a purpose, we come with a purpose, and that's why we say that we are beauty with purpose.
This year marks the 50th edition since Beauty with a Purpose, a hallmark initiative that was launched. Elaborate on your Beauty with a Purpose project called Ashaएं.
Well, Ashaएं is my baby project. I've been working on this under the shadow, under the wings of the Miss World organization. Again, when I talk about your schooling, your education, there's always a race to complete your syllabus. There's a lot behind subjective comprehension and not about practical understanding and how you apply it in life. And when you talk about entering the professional world, when you talk about the employment part of it, you realize that some soft skills are really necessary for you to enter the real world and live the real world. And that's what's lacking in India. I do believe that a lot of people are now enrolled in schools, in colleges, but the conversion rate to employment is really less. And that became my vision and purpose for my project. I've been working on this in the past 2 years. I've collaborated with an organization called Teach India. It's a Times initiative which addresses knowledge and also prepares young adults for job and employment. Along with that, I've partnered with a lot of NGOs under the shadow of Teach India, namely Pehel, SPID, Sarthi, Parivartansheel Sanstha. Well, I have been fortunate enough that in the course of 9 months, we have been able to target 23 batches with 30 students each. And let's keep our fingers crossed that every month, every step that we take, these numbers keep increasing, these batches keep increasing.
Due to the pandemic, you've been a Miss World contestant in the waiting since 2022. Does it make life harder or easier to stay in prep mode? Would you say it's been a boon or a bane?
It is a boon, definitely. I feel that the progress that I've had in the last 2 years is unbelievable. And I think my best part of my life has to be my reign. I have met so many people. I have worked for causes. I think I have a new meaning to life altogether. So the wait has been worth it. I definitely feel that I've evolved as a human and I've gotten a lot more opportunities to work under the light of my Miss India crown and hopefully embark on my journey to the Miss World.
Sini, achievement takes teamwork. How much weightage would you give to the professionals involved in your journey compared to the support of your family and friends?
I think that's equal, because at the end of the day, you work on your caliber. And there are professionals helping you to work on your caliber, better yourself with every authentic self, every intuitive, personality that you have. But at the same time, you really need the support of your family and friends to know that they're there for you and for your well-being, to just that little support, a little pat on your back to know that you're doing well. So I think the balance between understanding what your preparations are How are you going to represent not only yourself, but 1.4 million people with your vision, with the vision of India, uh, with understanding that this is a journey to represent India, its traditions, its modern values, but at the same time, knowing that you are human and you need that support from your family and friends.
How would you showcase India to your fellow contestants? Would you be showcasing the emerging part of India or the heritage of our nation?
You know, the best part about India is a living monument. We are an amalgamation of what a modern world and a traditional world looks like. I'm sure all the girls coming here, most of them are coming here for the first time, will be wowed by the Indian traditions, the heritage, the culture that we carry. But at the same time, they will be amazed by how we are scaling for greater heights. We're reaching, sky is the limit. I think that quote India has taken really seriously. We're the fifth largest economy. We are embarking on every opportunity to greater heights. So I think it's an amalgamation of both that I would be showcasing to the world stage.
Siri, you're going to be their go-to person. How would you help those perhaps homesick or those who need a little calming of the nerves?
Well, I would just let them know that you're home away from home. I am there for them. I am just a text or a call away for them. I do realize that coming to an alien land, most of them, like I mentioned, that they're coming for the first time. It is very valid for them to get homesick. But I think it's my duty as a host delegate to tell them that we are there for them. Indian hospitality has its standards, has its heights, and it's time to showcase that to them. And there's always a comfort when you let them know that they are not alone. I think we are all together living under one roof, under one roof, and that just explains sisterhood, and that will what highlight and maybe put them in a comfort, and India itself is enough for that.
Multitasking can also be counterproductive. Playing host can be distracting in a way from the main goal. On the other hand, it could also be distracting from those nerve-biting moments. What's your mantra to stay calm or to stay focused?
Well, honestly, I think hospitality comes within me. I belong to the family of people who belong to the hospitality industry, and also being an Indian, I think we're all warm. We know that guest is our God, the guest is divine. I think we live by that mantra. So I don't think there will be any distraction as such. But yes, to calm down my nerves, that those nervous tics, I do believe that meditation, yoga, breathing, and just being in the moment takes a long, it just takes you a long way and puts you to peace, and makes you just stay calm and focused.
You're armed with a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance. You were pursuing the esteemed CFA. What caused that change of heart and that change of course?
Uh, I've always been someone who's been an accidental tourist. I started my journey with my academic proficiency in uh, accountancy. I'm still pursuing it. There's not been an exact shift and change of career, but I've been someone who loves to wear multiple hats. I've also I've also embarked on the journey with my interest in the marketing field. Dancing has been something that is my happy place, happy space, my passion. Pageantry is something that was just love at first sight, because for me, it just gave me a vision bigger than myself, bigger than life. It was something that opened doors to a lot of opportunities, a lot of events, a lot of exposure, which is why I embarked on this journey. I'm not saying that the windows to those opportunities, those career choices are closed. I will still pursue it. It has been one of my dreams. I am someone who doesn't quit. So I will pursue it in the long run when the time is right. But yes, pageantry has been something that has just made my life much more beautiful.
Siri, many don't see the larger picture. They only see a pretty picture and feel it's easy breezy. Please highlight the kind of hardships this field requires.
Any challenge, just a reminder for everyone, any challenge, any difficulty, any hardship is just another opportunity. I feel that everything that has come across my life has been an opportunity. But to state one, I feel that the transition between my life before to entering pageantry and the circumstance of making my family understand, knowing that, that I'm embarking on a journey where I feel this, which will take me to greater heights, which will put me in a place where I'll be happy and content. and I feel that would be bigger to my vision. I think that was a challenge, a hardship that I had to overcome. But a normal conversation, giving them logic, making them understand that, you know, there shouldn't be regrets in life. गिले शिकवे नहीं होने चाहिए जिंदगी.
Sini, what advice would you give to young girls out there who are perhaps on the threshold of deciding as far as what career course to take? And also, could you elaborate on the hard work this field requires?
Well, I think it's not just with this field, but it's just in general in life. I feel there's a lot of hardship that comes your way, but just keeping a smile, I think a smile on your face, a goal in your heart, ambition that keeps you focused. I think that takes you a long way. I know it's easier said than done. I know there's a lot of hardship that will pull you back, but that strong attitude and just these three words, just these four words, I can do it, will take you a long.
You modeled for various brands such as Pantaloon, Sugar and Global Desi. Which was your first assignment? Tell us your story and your journey so far.
Well, I still remember I was in my college preparing for an examination. And I got asked, I just got inquired by a lady who told me that, you could be a pretty face for a model. You have an interesting face. We would really like to audition you. And me being me, I was in total disbelief. And I said that, I think this is something that I'm not interested in. I have my exams coming up in the next 2 hours. Maybe I could talk to you about it someday else. And on my way back, I just realized that I had just surpassed an opportunity without even thinking that how my life would be, without any logic, without understanding that am I capable of doing that or not. That curiousness just made me call her. And that's how I got my first assignment as a model for Pantaloons as a brand. And that's how my modeling life started. I think that just one curious question of why can I not do it?
Sini, feeding the homeless or feeding the dogs is something that you've been vocal about. But how does Sini Shetty satiate her taste buds?
Well, definitely I do believe that it's important to maintain a diet. This is one thing that I can eat any time of the day. Lunch, dinner, breakfast. My mom's neer dosa and chicken curry. I have water in my mouth already.
And what is that one thing that you've had to give up for the pageant that you just couldn't do without?
Oof. I'm a foodie. I think I eat everything, but the one thing that I had to give up definitely has to be dairy.
Take us through your fitness journey. How often do you train and what all does your routine include?
Well, I've always believed that when it comes to fitness, mental and physical health is something that is both equally important. And dance has been the foundation of my fitness mentally and physically. I do try to include dancing as a part of my fitness routine. But along with that, I'm also a Pilates girl. I believe that Pilates is something that is very important for your strength and for your weight training and your core strengthening. I also believe in weightlifting for just strengthening. And that's it. I think fitness is something that I believe truly comes for me every day. And it's not just for pageantry, it's also that I do in my real basic life.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How many hours do you train for in a day? And what if when you're traveling and are not able to work out? What are your options?
See, that's what the beauty about dance is. I'm traveling and I have a small space to myself. I play my music out loud and I dance my heart out. Calories burned, heart is happy. But I do have some exercises that I do without any machines or tools. Those are some core strengthening exercises that I practice at home in case I'm traveling or my work schedule doesn't allow. I try to squeeze it in.
What's your style statement? How would you dress? Say you're going to meet 4 to 5 friends. How would you dress then? And what about a very formal event? What would be your go-to outfit?
I have always believed that trendy and comfortable is something that goes a long way. If I'm meeting my friends, a jogger and a crop top would go perfectly. And if I'm going for a formal sitting, maybe something like this, a vest coat and a formal pants.
Sini, let's talk about confidence. Is it something that's inherent or something that is a daily battle to be won?
I think confidence is something that comes as how secure you are as a person. I do believe that I am the most confident in my own natural body. Uh, and that is something that comes when you talk to yourself in the mirror and you say that, yes, you are perfect the way you are, which is a very important message for the generation today because social media has put up a image. The real life has taken over where kids today do doubt about themselves. So just look at the mirror and just say that you're perfect the way you are and I'm confident in my own skin.
Without giving away your look, who's designing your outfits and how will you spell India visually?
Well, that's a surprise that I can't reveal. But of course, I would like to say that the designer is really talented, someone that I really adore. I have grown up looking at their designs, dreaming of wearing them one day, and today the dream has come true. Their creative instincts, their designs, the delicate, intricate designs are something to die for. And I'm excited for all of you all to react.
You're a qualified Bharatanatyam dancer, an absolute marvel to watch. Also something that provides a huge mileage if you're looking for an opening in Bollywood. Do you feel that might be your calling?
Like I said, I've been an accidental tourist. All my life, I've just worked towards getting better in a direction where I can create myself as a brand. So if that's a calling for me, of course, I would like to avail it.
Priyanka Chopra and Aishwarya Rai are well placed on the world map. What, according to you, have they done differently to become a household name abroad?
Uh, well, I think it's just their confidence, the way they walk, the way they walk their talk, how they talk their walk, their intentions, the way they inspire people, the way they are not afraid to place their opinions. I think that's what has taken them a long way. They have shaped they have shaped the future for young women. They are a source of inspiration for all of us. They've left behind a beautiful legacy to follow. I think that has taken them to the stars and to the moon, and they have placed India on a global level.
Many feel such pageants put a lot of pressure on young, impressionable minds. Does it at some level force people to conform to a certain size or a certain look?
I do not believe that. I do believe that beauty comes as a part of this contest, but the purpose is much more bigger. Initiatives like Beauty with a Purpose, understanding who you are, what your authenticity is, how could we as an organization and we as a part of the organization can help the world, that comes in a bigger picture. Beauty is a part of this entire world of pageantry, but I'm a part of something that is very beautiful, that is something so unique, and which is the Miss World contest. And Beauty with a Purpose is something that highlights. We have come a long way. I do agree that there's a long way to go. There could be a lot of additions, but I do feel that we are marching towards a progressive future.
What, according to you, sets this pageant apart from, say, the previous pageants?
Like I said, the major motive that we have, the beautiful initiative that we work for, Beauty with a Purpose. The last 2 years when I have been working for my journey towards Miss World, I do believe that the preparation when it comes to your walk, your talk, your beauty, your makeup, your hairstyling, it comes in handy. But the most important part for me that I have worked in the last 2 years is Beauty with a Purpose, and something that my heart directly went to. It came in naturally because I want to do something for the world, and what better than this platform?
What role does social media play in your journey?
Social media in today's generation itself plays a I think it's the biggest tool today in a way of communication, in the way of content, in the way of awareness. Because we're talking about a world platform. There are girls from across the globe, across different borders connecting, and social media has helped us witness each other's journey, understand and connect on an emotional level before meeting. Social media has played such an important role to understand, the audience understands that what work we have done, and it has also helped us connect with people who could also be, who our work could play an advantage for.
Is social media now being looked upon as a platform for beginners and perhaps an overkill for the much established lot?
I do not believe that. I feel social media is a place where you place your opinions. I think which is accessible to the entire world. I do believe that is a great place for beginners to start their journey. But when it comes to being an overkill to experts, I do not believe that.
When it comes to ads today, we're seeing models with fuller forms. Can we, going forward, expect such changes when it comes to pageants such as Miss World and Miss India as well?
I do agree. Yes, like I said, we have a long way to go, and we're already working towards it. Again, when we talk about representation, we talk about the representation that comes uh, to make this world a beautiful place. Uh, and if the inclusion in the days ahead, in the years coming, yes, that would be a part of the inclusion. But I do personally feel that today we are standing helping the entire world. I'm not sure if the world is aware, but Miss World as an organization has raised $1.4 million as a resource for the underprivileged across the world. And that itself is a milestone. So when we talk about relevancy, yes, I understand there's a long way to go. I do agree with that. But these are the factors and knacks that we are working for today.
Before I let you go, without making it sound like your winning speech, who are the people you'd like to thank for getting you this far?
First of all, thanks to the world, the entire world for supporting and understanding that I got to represent India at the world stage. Thank you to my mentors for prepping me through this journey and helping me to get the best out of myself. Thank you to my organization for being there and helping me with everything and electing me as the Miss India, thinking that I'm capable enough to represent India on the Miss World stage. To my friends and family for always being there as a ray of hope, looking at me and saying that you're going to do your best. Thank you to the world for accepting and understanding that all my goals were towards their betterment.
Thank you so much, Sini, for talking to us here at NDTV. And here's wishing you all the very best for the Miss World contest that's going to be taking place on the 9th of March here in India.
Thank you so much, Divya. Lovely speaking to you.